Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by and visiting with me. Today I am going to be sharing the beginning weeks or days of my October daily. I had to travel out of state for work. It wasn't like a last minute thing because I didn't know about it, but it was rushed and life life got in the way, and I am gonna finish this, but this is gonna be something that's gonna have to take a back burner seat because I have to work on my October daily. I'm working on like my Christmas cards. It's just other things that I need to get done. And I did record, if you guys remember, I'm going to show you the flip through of what I have so far. But if you remember, I did annotate something for each day, and I actually did take pictures or did record it or kind of did document it like in my cell phone. I just need to print everything and then put it into paper or put it into this binder. So this video is just going to show you like the items that I was able to do, and basically the last 2 weeks of October I don't have at all. Actually maybe 3 weeks, I think like 2.5, because I had to travel out of state. I didn't get costumes for the kids. Last minute, Michael went to the store and got candy because Adriana still wanted to give out candy for the other kids in the neighborhood. So we did do that. But honestly, this October just kind of came and went, and it was rushed. And I'm just happy to be back home. And like I said, this is going to have to take a back burner. I am going to work on it. I do want to complete it. You will see a flip through of the whole binder put together. But honestly, it's going to probably be like in a couple months because I'm going to work on it off camera during my own time. Probably like after work and after the kids' after school activities. So anyways, I feel like I've been MIA. Where have you guys been? I missed you guys. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started, just kind of doing a flip through of what I have. So this is the first picture. I finally just uploaded or printed out a picture of selfie of me and Mike. In our state, the state fair is also in October, so this is just like a selfie of basically from the month of October, but this event was actually at the state fair. So this is the first layout. You guys have already seen this because I've shown it so much. So for October 1st, the letter was October, and this just happened to be me taking Adriana to school. There is no filter on these pictures. It was just a gorgeous orange kind of morning, and you could see a little bit of that. The sun was just so gorgeous. Does it even come through like the orange glare right here? But yeah, that's what I documented for October 1st, and I just put used the back of my tag for this picture right here and put it in this little pocket that you guys saw me create. And then this one right here, I was honestly just surprised and impressed with. It's October, the prominent color is orange, and the sky was orange, like a hint of orange. So I just loved it. So I put that here. Okay, for October 2nd, you guys, October 2nd, we had to make the decision to put Nick down. Here's Nick. And I'm just gonna tell you the story, you guys, so you guys are aware. Horrible, man, a horrible situation. So normally every morning the kids have chores. Adriana takes care of the animals, food and water, and our son is responsible for taking Cholo out in the mornings before they go to school. And we don't know which one of us left the door open, the back door open. It might have been Mike, it might have been me, because I was taking recycle out to our recycle bin. And I figured, I feel like it, honestly, it was me, but we don't know, because Michael feels like he also didn't shut the door, so it could have been either of us. And when I say Michael, I mean my son. And Nick got out, and I didn't notice he was gone, because usually I pack lunches, take care of everything, clean house, and then I gotta, I mean, I don't clean house, but I don't like to leave dirty dishes before I go to work. And there's like a to-do list every morning, of like what needs to happen so the house is decent. I guess my thinking behind that is I don't want to come home and have to do chores. I want to have a fresh kitchen so I could start dinner or start reheating or cooking leftovers after school activities, because usually I don't get home till like 7 whenever Mike's in wrestling or Adriana's in like art classes and stuff like that. So so yeah, so it's a long day. That day we're thinking based on what happened that that's when he got out. And that day I didn't come home till like 7:30, and I had a headache. So we get home at 7:30. He's been gone almost the whole day basically, and I had a headache. I took Excedrin and laid down to go to sleep. The kids had already, of course, I fed them. They showered, got ready for the night, for the next day, and I laid down, and they know their bedtimes, and they went to bed. It wasn't until the next day that Mike noticed that he was missing. And we're like, what do you mean? I mean, we searched everywhere in the house. He wasn't there. Long story short, he was hit by a car. And we don't know when it happened, but a week went by. We were looking, I think one day, on Friday, I feel like Mike and I walked mornings and evenings at nighttime looking for him in the neighborhood, but he was already gone out of the neighborhood. They ended up finding him like 5 miles down the road in an animal grooming clinic. And he was honestly, I hate to say this, but he was honestly just looking for a place to die. His back legs was broken, like he was limping. His tail was already rotting. So we feel that he was hit immediately, like that day that he was missing, the very first day, that Wednesday. And we found him on October 2nd. That's why it's annotated here, because it was like a week, basically almost 7 days later. The grooming place found him in the back, like in an alley behind their store, and they called his the number that's on his tag, which is the number to the animal hospital where we go for vet services. And they called us, and I tell you what, you guys, like, I am trying to keep myself from being like not emotional, because I've had some time to process it already. But it was such an emotion roller coaster, because Michael called me and he's like, we found him, and we were so excited. And then immediately the lady that found him called the hospital called us, and then she was like, I think he's hurt. So of course immediately we took him to the vet, and they saw him, and the prognosis, if that's how you pronounce it, was really bad for him. Like I said, basically his tail was rotting. There was maggots already growing. His back legs were broken. His rectum, like he got hit in the bottom part of his body. And such an emotion roller coaster because we were so happy and the kids were like so happy. I'm telling you, we looked for him twice a day. I think on one day alone, that Friday, I walked like 5 miles in the neighborhood, just going around the housing community, screaming his, not screaming, but like shouting his name. And we didn't find him. And we made the decision that we had to euthanize him because of how bad, even after surgery, because we did consider doing the surgery on him. The doctor couldn't, basically said even after surgery he won't be okay. His rectum is destroyed. So we made the tough decision to put him to sleep. And I went to pick up the kids from school. We all met at the hospital and we were all there present when we had to say goodbye. And it was the hardest thing I've ever had to do because of the kids. Like, yes, I loved him. He was like my little cat. I feel like he showed me how to love a cat because I don't think I was a cat person. All my life I'm like, no, I'm not a cat person. I'm not a cat person. And we only got him because Michael started petting him and he's like, Anna, come on. And I was like, okay, we'll get him. Cholo is Michael's pet and Nick was Adriana's pet. So each of our kids had like a little buddy. And just seeing the pain in our kids' eyes, like I would never want to do that. This is the first pet we lose like that. And man, like, I don't know, just a bunch of I guess learning experience. But I'm at the point where I'm like, no, because I don't want to put the kids through that again. You know, like just seeing them devastated kind of makes it even worse for me because I want to take that pain away. But we brought him home and we buried him in our yard. And this is just the last picture I took of them together because they were being so nice, so well behaved. And this is just the card that the hospital where we took our animals. We still take Cholo, but just the hospital where we take like for vet services and stuff. They wrote us a little card. So I put it in here, and that's what I'm documenting here. Okay, taking a break. Okay, so moving on to day number 3. Day number 3 was cinnamon. And basically I saw this recipe in a like a booklet, recipes for fall or something like that. And I just figured, okay, I'm not gonna cook them today, but this has to do, I think they're called, so what I did, let me see. So this is just the picture. No, I actually folded it over and then I put, this is the pumpkin cinnamon rolls of the recipe that I wanted to try. So I put that here, and then the additional instructions, I don't know if you guys saw that. The additional steps are like down here on the bottom. So yeah, so that was the thing for cinnamon. Number 4 was So Me, I think. Yeah, number 4 was So Me. And anybody that knows this knows that I am a cheesecake lover. So me and Mike went on a lunch date that day, just kind of to talk about, you know, everything was so recent with Nick. So honestly, there wasn't, and you'll see that in a little bit, like for my birthday, I didn't feel like getting anything. I didn't feel like Mike's like, should we get you like gifts and stuff? And I honestly didn't feel like celebrating. So I feel like this was Michael like forcing me to, because Mike's had pets before. He grew up with like pets and stuff like that, and obviously he's dealt with like loss and stuff like that, but it was kind of new to me. So I think it was his way of like saying, no, we still have to do something even if it's small. So we went on a lunch date, and then he picked me up this, well, actually we both tried this chocolate cheesecake, which is so me because I love cheesecakes. I actually love to make them too. This channel was originally called Cheesy Crafts. Well, it's not originally. It is called Cheesy Crafts, and the cheesy was supposed to be for all the cheesecakes. And I kind of went away from doing cheesecake videos. I still do cheesecakes. I just kind of do them off camera because I like to do them in my own time, my own space, when I'm in the mood for it. But yeah, the original idea of this channel was to do the two things I love, which is cheesecake and crafts. And so Michael actually came up with the name Cheesy Crafts because, get it, cheesecake crafts. Anyways, that was the day, and I thought that was like a good description of, yeah, that's me. I'm a cheesecake lover. Okay, so number 5 is this layout. It actually finishes, no, right here. Yeah, this is number 5. So October 5th is my birthday. Again, I wasn't in the mood to get anything. I didn't even want to celebrate, but Mike's like, no, we have to show the kids that you could still hurt, but you still have to like keep moving in life. And so we went to watch the movie that just had come out, The Joker, and we went to dinner and a movie. Basically, I wasn't in the mood for cards or for gifts or nothing. It was okay. Just keep it, forced ourselves to have a good time and stuff. And yeah, that was it. I actually, who was it? Was it Susan? Look at Susan gave me these tiny little ace cards. They're not ace cards, but these little cards, and I just thought it went so well with everything. These are actual posters that I took a picture of, and then I printed them myself of the movie. And then this one is like an ace card of the vintage Joker, and I don't know if you could see more of these cards down there, but I thought they were super cute and they fit so well with this layout. And then number 6 is favorite, although I didn't record anything for number 6. I feel like, no, I didn't, because I didn't even put a number on this. Or did we do this on October 6th? No. Oh, no, I'm sorry. So Me was number 4. Number 5 was Carve, which is also my birthday. So October 5, we went to lunch and the movie, and then we carved pumpkins at home. Again, everything with like Nick being lost, and I just wasn't in the in the mood, but I still kind of like forced myself. And look, we're not even dressed. We're literally in like our home sweatpants and t-shirts kind of mood. And we actually ended up getting pumpkins from the grocery store because we just didn't take the time to go to a pumpkin patch or any of that. So I just told Mike, like, hey, let's just grab pumpkins from here, because Adriana still wanted to do it. So we ended up getting the pumpkins from the grocery store, and then just made little clusters. Adriana with her pumpkin, and then the boys here on the other side just recorded. And this page just has a lot of like those pictures, things like that. And that is all that I have, 1 through 5. I do have a few layouts here, you guys, like this one. We went on a coffee date, Mike and I, on October 9th. So I took a picture of our Starbucks cup and then just recorded that day. Here, right now she's a subscriber, but she's also a friend, a crafty friend. We do swaps and things like that. She actually sent me pumpkin everything. She sent me pumpkin cake mix, birthday cake popcorn, pumpkin cookies, and bread as well. So I just took a picture here, and then this is me baking the cookies, because I think number 12, yeah, number 12 was bake. So number 12, I put a little picture of Nick. I just happened to find that picture laying around, so I put it there. The kids here are eating their pumpkin breakfast, which was pumpkin pancakes, thanks to right now. So I added that in here. And then I added a few more pictures of like the cookies. And then of course, this is for the number 12. And as you guys can see, the rest is not worked on. And again, that is because I had to leave out of state for work. So that's all that I have for today, you guys. I'm sorry this video is like super long. I just kind of wanted to be transparent of what has been going on here, and what we've been dealing with and why this is so late. So anyways, thank you guys for all the support, and we'll see you guys soon. Have a good week. Bye.